3 days later she appeared again. He found her in Bay 17, standing near his docked corvette as if she had every right to be there. Her hood was pulled low, but the light caught her eyes. Luminescent silver, almost too bright to look at directly. "You're following me," Rylan said bluntly, hand near his sidearm. "I'm not," she replied in a voice like fractured glass. Soft, strange, melodic. "I'm following the scent." The hairs on his arms rose. "What scent?" he asked, narrowing his eyes. "Yours," she whispered. "You carry it too." That was the moment he realized she wasn't human. Not fully. Not anymore. Middle. The pull of the unknown. Her name, he learned, was Ceres. She was no registered citizen of the Stellar Confederacy, no record in the biodatabases. Her physiology was close to human, but her skin radiated faint warmth, and when she breathed too close, the air shimmered faintly, like heat waves off desert stone. And always the scent. It grew stronger the more time he spent with her. It haunted his sleep, curling around his dreams until he awoke with her name in his mouth. Rylan told himself to walk away. She was trouble. Illegal, unregistered, and carrying secrets that could endanger them both. But when she appeared at his ship again, desperation carved into her face. He found himself lowering the ramp. "Just one trip," he muttered. "After that, you're on your own." She smiled then, small but devastating. "One trip is all I need." The trip wasn't simple. The coordinates she gave him weren't on any official chart, a system buried deep within a nebula the Confederacy declared uninhabitable. When they arrived, Rylan understood why. A derelict station drifted in the nebula's heart, its hull scarred, lights flickering. But what struck him most was the fragrance. Even through the filters of his ship's air system, it reached him, thicker, more intoxicating than ever. "Home," Ceres whispered. Inside, the station was empty except for crystalline growths that pulsed faintly with bioluminescence. They weren't mineral. They were organic, and they carried the same electric scent. Rylan's head spun. "What is this place?" Her eyes gleamed silver in the glow. "A nursery. My people grew here. But the Confederacy destroyed us before we could leave." "Destroyed you?" "They called us a contagion," she said softly. "Our scent is not just a smell. It is memory, chemistry, and thought. When humans inhale it, they feel bound. Some call it love. Others call it madness." Rylan staggered back. His heart raced, not from fear but from the ache of wanting her closer. "So this pull I feel is real," Ceres said. "But not natural. You should leave me before it consumes you." Rising conflict. Bound by the scent. Rylan tried. He swore to himself that after delivering her, he would leave. Yet the scent lingered in his lungs, in his blood, in his very thoughts. Even light years away from the nebula, he could still smell her when he closed his eyes. And then the Confederacy came. 2 warships intercepted his vessel on the return route. Their admiral knew his record, knew his loyalty, but also knew what Ceres was. "You are harboring a neurophoric entity," the admiral barked over comms. "By law, she must be surrendered for termination." Rylan glanced at Ceres. She didn't plead. She only stood tall, silver eyes unblinking, as if she had already accepted death. The scent hit him again, sharp and alive, like a storm breaking inside his chest. He realized he couldn't give her up. Not because of the chemistry. Not because of manipulation. But because beneath it all, he wanted to choose her. He powered weapons. The battle was chaos. His single corvette against 2 destroyers. He shouldn't have survived. But Ceres touched the controls, her hands leaving trails of light as if the ship itself bent to her will. Missiles bent off course. Enemy fire scattered. They escaped into the black. When silence finally returned, Rylan stared at her. "What are you?" She touched his chest, her palm hot through his uniform. "The last of a people who were born to be remembered through breath. My body carries what remains of them. Without me, they vanish forever. And if I stay near you..." Her lips parted. The scent wrapped tighter around him, burning, binding. "Then you will never escape me. Not in this life. Not in any." Climax. The choice. Weeks turned into months. Together they ran, always hunted, always hiding in the forgotten corners of space. And all the while the pull grew. Sometimes Rylan thought he couldn't breathe without her scent. Other times, he feared he wasn't breathing his own thoughts anymore. The final confrontation came on Orion's edge, a derelict shipyard on the rim of the galaxy. Confederacy forces cornered them, surrounding the station with a fleet too vast to fight. Ceres looked at him then, sorrow and fire in her eyes. "If they capture me, they'll use me. They'll turn my scent into a weapon. Entire armies bent to their will. You cannot let that happen." Rylan's chest constricted. "You're asking me to kill you. I'm asking you to end this chain before it enslaves everyone." For a long moment he couldn't move. His hand hovered over his weapon, but his body refused to obey. The scent was everywhere, filling the chamber, weaving memories of laughter they'd shared, nights spent staring at stars, the warmth of her presence beside him. He realized then, the scent wasn't just chemical. It was her life, her essence, her truth. And maybe it had bound him, but he had also chosen to be bound. "No," he said hoarsely. "I won't kill you." Instead, he turned his weapon on the shipyard's power core. Energy surged, alarms screamed. The blast consumed the fleet in white fire. When the light faded, only wreckage drifted. And his corvette, scarred but intact, floated free.